What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. Welcome back to another Don Bradman Cricket 17. You guys were awesome last night at smashing that like button. Just an amazing amount of likes and views on that video from last night. Again, let's aim for 70 likes on this video, so 70 thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe if you are new. Now, for those who haven't watched my video last night, make sure you go and check it out because it is very cool. A first look at Don Bradman Cricket 17. But for those who have watched it, you're probably thinking, Cliffy, you are pretty average at this game. And I'm not going to deny that. So today what we are going to do, we're going to go through a batting tutorial. So this video will be coming up around lunchtime. And then I'm going to have a bowling tutorial at my normal 7 o'clock upload time. So let's go and get straight in. Batting tutorial. So we're just going to do pretty much everything. So there is a whole lot to do. So I'm guessing this is the same. This is where you actually go and look around like you did in the other one. And I thought it was going to be a lot more compact than it is. But it does seem to be spread out off quite a lot. So for me, what went from being quite a short episode is going to go to a slightly longer episode now. But I think that is basically just how we need to start things off. The episodes need to be longer. The videos need to be longer just so we can go and include everything in there. So I haven't actually played any of this since I did my video last night. So it is good to go and get back into it. I was just thinking about it. Came on and actually went and had a wee scroll through the academy, just looking for teams and stuff and looking through career mode teams. That looks absolutely awesome. There are so many careers that I'm looking at doing. Obviously a New Zealand one, an Australian, probably an English one, a women's career as well. So it is really, really cool. So here we are back at the SCG. So this is our training ground that we do go to. It's the only ground that we have played a game at to date so far. So as we can see, batting basics. To play a shot, push R in the direction you want to hit the ball. Timing is important. If you swing it too early or too late, you might miss the ball. Try to make the shot when the ball is close to the batsman. Hit 3 balls to complete this tutorial. So this is fairly easy. I'm not sure if we actually even need to use foot movement in this one. But as we can see, flicked away there by Donny B. It's amazing how it happens when you have a good player who has some good skills. I mean, I'm not denying how good we went last night. Slinky was incredible. Absolutely loved how Mitchell Santner went. He is a god in this game. So I'm really looking forward to using him. As I said, I kind of wish I picked him up in my draft that we are doing. So that's another series that is going to be coming your guys' way in the near future. So here we go. So next tutorial now, we have done that. Defending. So again, this is something that I do know how to do. Similar to Don Bradman 14, well, exactly the same actually, and we are going to go and, as I said, defend. So step away, put that one up. Great shot by the Don there to go and play that away. So as I said, I'm going to do this, going to do the batting tutorial, going to do the bowling tutorial. I thought there was a fielding one as well, but not actually the case. No fielding in this game. Possibly it is linked in with the bowling one because that's what it was in the last game. And this is something that I really should have done, I think, you know, going back and looking back now, to have something similar to this, you know, would have been very nice. I think for new players who are coming in and experiencing the game for the first time, don't really need to know how to do this, how to leave the ball. I've done this. Man. I have done this so many times. I did this so many times in last night's episode just by tapping the leave button. So I'm not sure if that actually counts as a leave. Press R3 to leave the ball. I don't know if it's premeditated or what it is. But it's not doing anything. Okay. We're not going to muck around with this. We are going to skip. So, right. Yes, quit the tutorial. So, we don't need to worry about leaving. Just running, and the thing that did get me the most was looking around as the batsman and just seeing the field and obviously changing the field for the bowling. So we will get to that, as I said, in just a second. So back to batting tutorials, basics, leaving the ball, viewing the field. Perfect. This is exactly what we want because this is what we struggled with last night, just a touch. And I don't know what's come up here. Just a wee Christmas thing from AVG. I don't know why, but it's come up and basically said some Christmas thing. But that's all right. We will go, we will move through that, and we will keep going with this batting tutorial just to see how the game does work. And as I said, we are going to have a bowling tutorial later tonight. And then, I don't know, probably just going to go back to doing my normal just 7 o'clock videos. You know, just the one-off kind of thing. I think, you know, the response that I did get from my video last night was good, but it probably wasn't as big as I was expecting. And I think that's because there's been a lot of demos out. Obviously, the game was on Steam. The Academy's been out for a while. So a lot of the stuff that we did see or that we could go and see have been done already. So back at the SCG, and this is exactly what we want to do. We want to have a look around at the field. Look around at the field. The safest way to make runs, hit the ball in an area where there are no fielders. Find out where they are by looking at the field. Hold R2 and then move the right analog stick. So that's what I did. Hold R2. Okay, hang on. Maybe we need to do it after this ball has been batted. There we go. So that's poor shot choice. But as we can see, we are now... There we go. Okay, so we're holding it down. And we can actually see. And I think something that has been included in this game that is slightly different is actually the fielding skills. So we've seen, obviously, the batter and bowling skills. We didn't really have that in the last game. We do have it here, obviously. And I think, personally, it is a nice touch. It's a nice thing that has been added to the game. We did look around the field. There we go. So we're going to do it again. And as you can see, it does have the fielding positions as well, which, you know, a lot of people will say, oh, that's not really that great. But, you know, for someone who isn't used to cricket, it is going to be a bit different for them. They're not going to know the fielding positions. But it does make it handy, and you can pick them up fairly quickly on. Like, I've been a guy, you know, I've watched cricket basically all my life. So, next tutorial, front shoot. Okay, that's all right. We'll go there. But yeah, I have played cricket and watched cricket basically all my life. And fielding positions, I didn't really come across to, or fully understanding, I guess, would be the word that I'm looking for, until, you know, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago when I started playing, coming back and playing club cricket. Just socially, just in a social grade. But, you know, captaining the side, you really need to figure out where everyone's going. That's a great shot by the Don. The shot choice, not good, apparently, but I thought it was pretty good, to be honest. So that's all right. We've got the front foot, and we are getting through these tutorials quite quickly, which is exactly what we want to do. So front foot, back foot, this is all basic stuff, but I think, you know, for someone picking up the game, there are a lot of people. I know my partner's brother has the game, and he has struggled, I wouldn't say struggled, but how does that not count? I mean, I'm out, but it's still a back foot shot. You know, here at the game, and obviously a lot of people struggle with the batting side of things. So I'm hoping that this here can really help people out, and can, I guess, allow them to evolve their game a little bit, because, you know, I was the same. When I first started playing this game, I did not play through any of the tutorials. I did not play through, I didn't go to the nets, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And that was a real issue for me. Like, I mean, even my batting now is not great by any stretch of the imagination. Like, I will be the first to admit that it isn't good whatsoever. But I think if I had done this, if I had done the batting tutorial, then, you know, it would have been easier. So here we go, moving outside, and bam, pumping that through the covers. Great work, Donny B. Get back in front of your stumps, though, son. And I think you actually can come down the pitch quite a long way as well. Like, that is, if you look at it, that is quite far down. Like, that is a good 2 or 3 steps down the pitch. And I'm guessing same thing. You can probably go back very deep into the box, which, again, heading into the death overs of a T20, probably going to be very, very good and very handy, because a lot of players do like to go and get it up on that fuller length. And you can just rock back into that box, and then we're bam, just like that. Okay, so playing advancing shots, press R3 pre-delivery to choose an advancing shot. Okay, so pressing R3 gets the batsman ready, and then push R in the direction you want to play the shot. Okay, so it's premeditated. So you can see they're going to charge when you go and lift that bat up. And as we can see, there we go. But I don't know what it is. I don't know if you can't get out on this one, like if you have to stay safe. Okay, so you can get out. That's good, because playing advanced shots is something that I have never been able to do in Don Bradman whatsoever. I don't know what it is, but I have just absolutely struggled hugely with playing advancing shots down the ground. You guys might have seen it in some of my batting career, or even some of my career videos, that when I do try and advance, I just have no timing. And there we are again. Look, the timing's late, the shot choice is good, the footwork's good. Alright, aggressive shots. We know how to do this. We saw last night with Slinky, and even Mark Craig. I was pretty impressed with him towards the back end of that 5-over game. For us to chase that down, I was very, very happy. So hopefully we can do a similar thing again. It counts as an aggressive shot. It wasn't timed perfectly again. Timing is something definitely that needs to be worked on, but we are getting there. I think it's because it was off the back foot as well. It is an aggressive shot, but we haven't hit the ball, so it's not going to count. We're going to come back and do it again. So I think from memory there was about 16 tutorial things to do. We are through quite a few of them. This is so realistic. Don Bradman is basically hardly hitting anything in the air, and that is the story. Not that I was around watching Donny B play in his prime. Obviously, I am a bit too, well, there is no way that I could do that, but just from what I've heard, you know, from other people, he was a guy that did not play the ball in the air a lot, and I think that will, you know, that's probably why his average was so high. I mean, if you're taking out one of those methods of dismissal, which is being caught in the outfield, obviously not caught behind, but if you take that out, you know, and you take away methods of dismissal, it makes it very, very easy. It's the same when a bowler a lot of the times is, you know, changing the angle that he's coming in. If he's coming around rather than coming over, or one of the two, again, those are two things that I get mixed up all the time. But if he's changing the angle and he's coming, so he's basically pitching everything outside leg stump, you're not going to complain too much about that, because it means that it is going to be very tough for you to get out at LBW. So this guy, honestly, needs to start bowling me some decent deliveries, because we have had, obviously, one that we played aggressively, we had that one that we missed that was wide, and then we've had that one down the leg side. So come on, mate. There we go. Thank you very much. Finally gets it there, and that's a good bit of timing, actually. So I think aggressive ground shots is something, especially when you're starting off in career mode, is something that you really want to go and try and use as much as you can, because it allows you to get... oh yes, here we go. It allows you to get, obviously, that that power, but it allows you not to go and get out. So here we go. So R1. So this is like your sweeps, your reverse sweeps, your laps, and all that. So, well, actually, no, it's not. That's just a flick off the hip. So possibly it has changed, but I thought maybe it has changed, because R3 never was. Yeah, R3 never was to leave the ball, as far as I'm aware. But I mean, it may have changed. I was never a great lever of the ball whatsoever in Don Bradman 14. So possibly R1 was like a precise shot in the other one. So unorthodox shots, this is what I'm talking about. So that was L1. So I think that's the same. I'm just trying to remember and go back. L2 and R2 definitely the same. Aggressive ground shots the same. Oh, does that count? Technically, I mean, it's hit the pad. No? Okay. At least we only got to do one of these, because unorthodox shots are something that I do not play. I may bring out the odd reverse sweep every now and again, but apart from that, there we go. I was going to say, apart from that, never really. So, and running between the wickets, this is something that, yeah, this was actually a bit confusing for me, because I thought it was the same as the older game. I obviously was wrong. They don't tell you how to dive, though. There we go. Or to slide your bat, which is quite strange, because that is actually quite tricky. And this, Don Bradman and Don Bradman. One left-handed, one right-hander, so that's alright. But we kind of got the running sorted. That's actually, I personally don't think that's a poor shot choice. That's gone for 4. It was wide, and it was just put away. Here we go. Learn how to cancel a run once you've started it. So here we go. Square to initiate the run. Circle to cancel the run. You guys probably all know this. But again, this could be a very useful video for someone new to the game. No! No run there. No point running for that 4. But yeah, someone first coming into the game, whether they're going and getting Don Bradman 14 for either PS3 or PS4, or they're getting this game, they're getting Don Bradman Cricket 17, it does make a huge difference, and it does really, really help. So get back there. Sliding of the bats, I don't think personally, there must be a way to do it. Alright, sprint between the wickets. So here we go. We must be starting to get close with the sliding the bat and the sprinting. I think that is the same. I think R2 is to sprint and to slide the bat. So there we go, sprinting between the wickets, and yeah, again sliding the bat, but putting it over the line, putting it down once it's over the line is basically, that is a cardinal sin for any young player out there. That is not what you want to do. So we'll take that, sprint it up, ooh, possibly out, run out. But that's alright, it doesn't matter. And learn how to dive. So again, diving is something that, again, I already know how to do. For me, really, it was just the field that I didn't know about, but it was exactly the same. So it was a little bit strange. There we go, there's the dive. Double tap on the triangle, boys, and that goes and gets us through. So I'm guessing that we are going to be very close to finishing off this batting side of things, and then obviously we do have the bowling left to go. That's a nice shot, and we will, as I said, just complete the dive even though the ball almost has gone for 4. But I really am looking forward to doing the bowling tutorial, and hopefully that has some fielding in there as well, because the fielding has improved a hell of a lot, I must say, since last year, but there are still things that I do need to go and get there. So as we can see, we have now done and dusted when it comes to all the batting tutorials. As I said, we are going to have a bowling tutorial coming later on tonight. But anyway, guys, I am going to wrap things up here. Do hope you have enjoyed this video. Until next time, this is Cliffy, your King of Career Mode and New Zealand Don Bradman Cricket, signing out.